Hi, we're going to make Cornish pasties today. We're going to make Cornish pasties with meat, and then we'll go through how you can make it as a vegetarian option as well. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, I've taken a big carrot and I've chopped it up into quite small pieces, and also a potato. I've chopped that up into quite small pieces as well. I've left the skin on because I've washed the potato, and the skin's really quite good for you anyway, so I've got the potato, and I've chopped up an onion as well. So the first thing we're going to do is going to put a bit of oil in our pan, and we're going to cook our onion. This is incredibly noisy, so we're going to put a little bit of oil in there, and we're going to get our chopped onion, and this is a large onion, put that in there. I'm going to crush up some garlic, put the garlic in there, and then I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of thyme, so I'm going to put some thyme in there as well. Put our thyme in. Then what we're going to do is we're going to heat this up, cook this up, because we want to soften our onion. Okay. Okay, so we've softened our onions, and what we're going to do now is we're going to add our minced beef into here. And what we're going to do is we're going to brown our mince. This is probably going to take about sort of 10 minutes to get this cooked, so we want to mix it in with the onions and brown our mince. Quite a low heat. Okay, so we've browned our mince. What we're going to do now, we're going to add our chopped carrot and our chopped potato. And we're going to heat these through for about 3 minutes. Okay. Carrots and potatoes through. What we're going to do now, we're going to add a bit of salt and pepper. Pepper, a bit of salt. We're going to add some parsley, so we're going to add a little bit of parsley. And then we're going to add a tablespoon of flour, just plain flour. Just mix those in, and then we're going to add 500 mils of beef stock. Here's our beef stock. It smells really good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to simmer this for about half an hour on a low heat. So I'm going to turn it up. Get it boiling, and then turn it right down, and then we're going to leave that for 30 minutes before we make our pasties. Okay, so we've heated this through and simmered it for about half an hour. Now if it's still a bit liquidy, what you might need to do is add a little bit of flour to it just to thicken it up, or some corn flour, and I'm going to use a slotted spoon, and I spoon out my mixture. Okay, so this is all ready. We're ready to do pastry. So this is ready-made short crust pastry, and all we're going to do, we're going to roll it out, we're going to cut it into 4. Okay. And then we're going to make 4 pasties from this. Okay, so onto our board, what we're going to do is sprinkle a bit of flour. Okay, we're going to take one of these quarters. That one out of the way. Flour on it, and we're just going to roll it out and make it a little bit bigger. Okay, we don't want it to be too thin. So there's our pasty ready. So we're going to put our mixture into the middle of our pasty, making sure it's been cooled. Okay, now one thing which we're going to do then is we're going to put a little bit of egg wash just around the edges, because we're going to seal it. And then we're going to fold our pastry over the top, and we're going to seal it together. Just pull those edges together with our fingers. There we go. And then we're going to put that onto a baking tray. Being really careful when we lift it onto it. And then with a little bit of egg wash, we're going to put some egg wash over the top. And that's going to be nice and brown. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so when we've done that, what we're going to do is just going to put a couple of little holes in it so the air can escape. Then we're going to cook that in the oven, 170 degrees for 30 minutes. Okay, now if it starts to go too brown, just turn the oven down. It's going to take 30 minutes to cook in the oven. Okay, so we've got our pasty out of the oven. Okay, so it's been in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. It's got a lovely and brown. And we just chop it up. There you can see all. Yeah, it's quite hot. That's a yummy pasty. If you want to make a vegetarian one, instead of using the meat and the oxo cube, the meat stock, okay, you could put a swede in there and you could use a vegetable stock and it would taste just as delicious. Okay, so if you want to change it to a vegetarian, just replace the meat with some swede or some other vegetable and put a vegetable stock in there. Okay, enjoy making this recipe.